Really impressed me, Griskonis. He's coached by Mikolas Mastigliones and under the tutelage, I guess, of Gianni Postiglione, consultant to the Lithuanian rowing team. But I think Griskonis can, or if anyone can challenge Sinek, it might be Griskonis. He's sculling so long here, Pete. It's really, really impressed me.
That's what I'd say. I think it's going to be between lanes 2, 3 and 4. Hacker, Griskonis and Sinek. Quick start from Sinek there. Goodness me, he wanted to surge off the line, but slightly longer draws in the rest of the field.
So short, he just gets up and he just connects and jumps on the boat and pushes it away. I think he knows how fast Griskonis is going to go out. And Alan Campbell from Britain, he's in lane 5, traditionally a fast starter. We ride with Griskonis there, the Lithuanian.
Yeah, look at the power that he's got in the finish of that stroke, though. He was really thumping through each stroke in the first 5, and it's meant that he's up on level terms with Hacker, Sinek and Campbell. Those four, the middle 4 lanes in this are just such impressive calibre of sculling.
Campbell has been very conservative, actually, in his heat and semi. He hasn't gone off as quick as he can do. It'll be interesting to see what his tactics are in the final if he changes his strategy, because he's normally a very fast starter. But I take Hacker probably to go through 500 leading.
Well, as you say, Campbell, the fast starter, first at 250, Sinek in second place, but there's nothing to choose between those 4 scullers in the middle lanes as we come up towards 500. Campbell only by a nose ahead of the world champion Sinek. They're all looking all over the place. They want to know exactly where they are in relation to the rest of the field.
Alan Campbell's looking good. He hasn't been this high up in the field in any of the races in the Europeans. I know that's normally where he is in the World Championships, but he knows to compete he's got to be ahead of the opposition, and so far he's got a good lead on the Belgian. It wasn't like that in the semis.
They've absolutely gone for it. Griskonis, Sinek and Campbell starting to pull away from Hacker now as we pass 500. Those 3 dead level. Time to 500, 142.10. So not quite as good as some of the semis, but conditions today aren't quite as conducive as to record-breaking times. We ride here with Andrei Sinek, world and European champion. He's looking pretty comfortable, even though he's flanked on either side by Griskonis and Campbell.
He is, isn't he? I mean, again, you said who can stop champion. What a fantastic competitor. And we're there with Alan Campbell, who's sporting a beard, the tie-way scullers. Sculler has now got a new coach, John West, who has coached the 8, of course, in previous times. But John West doing a lot of work with Campbell, teaching him to be a little more savvy with his tactics. In 3rd place now, Campbell, and the yellow of Griskonis. He now knows he's got to compete with Sinek, Pete.
It's so interesting looking at the difference in technique between Sinek and Campbell. Campbell's got really straight arms as he commences the leg drive, but you look to Sinek and he's very quick to lock up and bend the arms, which I would usually assume would mean that he'd be more tired more quickly as he progresses through the race, but it's just not the case with Sinek. He managed to do that all the way through the World Championship final, and he even managed to wind up for an impressively fast finish ahead of Fournier Rodriguez when we saw that in Korea. But here we've got Griskonis very aware that Sinek's starting to pull away.
Yeah, and Hacker's been very dominant in the early season, run really well in Duisburg. I think a lot of people picked him to take the silver medal here, and at the moment I think he's going to head Griskonis and probably ahead of Campbell. It'll be interesting to see where the Brit is. I think he's probably dropped off the pace a bit, the lad from Tideway Scullers coming through the 1,000 metres.
Well, so that's been a good 500 to Marcel Hacker as he starts to draw level with Sinek. So he was about 3/4 of a length behind Sinek 500 metres ago, but now drawing level with the World Championship and European Championship leader. Sinek looks over, doesn't much like that, but it's going to be a tight battle through this third 500.
That's a great move from Hacker. Coach Roland Osman will really be pleased to see the move he's made, and I don't think you expected Hacker to be in this position. I think he was keeping his powder dry racing the Czech in the semi-final, and the Czech really was comfortably ahead of him, I thought, but different picture now, isn't it? That's Hacker's bows in front of the Czech, maybe on for a sensation here. And Sinek looks across. Yes, you are down.
He doesn't like being down, but Mindaugas Griskonis does. Through all the races I've seen him in, he's tended to trail through the third 500, but pull something out of the bag in the closing stages of a race. So I don't want to discount him just yet, because Marcel Hacker's clearly upped his game through that second 500 to get back on terms, but I don't think we've seen the final top gear from Griškonis just yet.
Oh, we're going to have a fantastic last 500 metres. Sinek's pushed again, hasn't he? But what's Hacker got left? What's Griškonis got left? And Campbell isn't too far off Griškonis. I did think Campbell was dropping, but he's got the Belgian on his right, who he's trying to keep ahead of, the young under-23 sculler, Hannes Obreno. And, whoa, what a race this is developing into.
It really is. I'm quite looking forward to seeing, as we come up to 1500, Griškonis start to realise that to get back on terms with these leaders, he's going to have to go sooner than he thinks. And Hacker still comfortably on terms with Sinek, coming up to 1500, close across the line there, 5:12.84.
I mean, how much are you going to have put in to go through Sinek in the third quarter and be in front? The question is, what's Hacker got left for the sprint? But his technique looks good. He's poised, he's got flow forward, so he's not flat out in terms of maybe he's got a sprint left. Sinek will have to put something down on the table, though. There's a look across. Sinek's going. What's Hacker got?
Not only what's Hacker got, but I'm keen to see when Griškonis is going to go. Sinek is constantly looking over. Look how calm and relaxed Griškonis seems. I wouldn't be that calm and relaxed if I knew that Hacker and Sinek were still starting to pull away from me, but
here comes Hacker. I think Sinek beats him, but Hacker's pushing through. The angle may slightly deceive, but now Hacker's pushing in front. And Sinek looks across. That sprint didn't do you enough. You're going to have to go again, Sinek.
This is incredible. This is going to come absolutely down to the wire. Both Sinek and Hacker looking across at each other, knowing that they're absolutely dead level as we come up to the last 200.
And the Belarusian, the Belarusians just ease off. He caught a little crab there. I thought that Sharbachena was going to come through, but he's not.
Mindaugas Griškonis slightly off the pace here. There's probably too much clear water for him to get back on terms for a silver or bronze, but look at Sinek now, 150 metres to go, and he's starting to open up a lead.
Hacker still looks cool, but I think he's really done as much as he can. It's been a great effort. Sinek sprinting, up goes the rate, near to 40. Just lost a little stroke there, I thought.
Sinek's looking over, and he's ever so slightly out in front, but it could change in the last 5 strokes. He's got half a length, and he's going to retain his European Championship title over Marcel Hacker, who takes silver medal, and Mindaugas Griškonis takes the bronze medal for Lithuania in the men's singles final here at the European Rowing Championships 2014. Incredible race, and an Andre